You guys broke a couple program records in rushing today. I guess what were you guys kind of seeing up front to make you so successful in that department?
I mean, I think it's just our O-line and our tight ends, really. Running backs, we only have control over so much, and I mean, if you watch the film, those holes, we're not getting touched till, 12, 15 yards down the field. So anytime we have an explosive play before we're even getting touched, it's going to be good for the Bobcats. So.
Did you think you had it on that one that you got caught on the 3 or so?
Yeah, I thought I had. I was trying to use the scoreboard, and I don't know. It's a bad look to get caught like that, though.
But on the 57-yarder, you were running a little extra hard to make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah. Definitely don't want to get caught again.
What was kind of your mindset after the fumble and kind of how you bounced back from that?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you put the ball on the ground, it's you're really pissed off at yourself, and you're pissed off that you do that to all of Bobcat Nation, and you never want to do that. So it's definitely one of the harder things to overcome. But I think guys like Julius and Scotty and Coach Mix just constantly in my ear saying you're good, you're gonna bounce back. I know Coach Mix was gonna give me a couple more opportunities, so just trying to gain that trust back.
Yeah, I guess did it help kind of getting a couple touches on the next drive just to kind of get back in the groove of things?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely is harder mentally after you fumble, so you kind of you want those carries right after that just to get over that mental hump. So appreciative of that.
How does it feel to be on the first 10-0 MSU team in program history?
I mean, it's unbelievable. To think that I'm on a team that's making history is something that I'm extremely grateful for. But really, I think we're all just focused on the next game, and right now that's UC Davis. We try not to look at all that stuff because we have some big goals this year. So yeah, I'm kind of just on to the next thing.
Do you guys still think about week 0 and beating New Mexico, like the confidence that gave you? I mean, your 93-yarder, Scott Trey punching in that game-winning touchdown. What does that still do for you guys to this day?
Yeah, I think that game was a big deal just right out of the gate, knowing that no matter what happens, this team is going to find a way to get it done. I think that was something that we were missing last year. When it got to those close games, we dropped a couple of them, and to know that this team's learned from those games and those mistakes we've made, and just to know that when our back's against the wall, we're going to get it done. And I think that first game was huge for us.
You only carried the ball 5 times. You got almost 160 yards. So what's kind of that feeling like to not touch the ball much, but just get those big, huge strong plays?
Yeah, I mean, anytime we have 3 running backs as good as we do, I know that my carries are going to be limited. I know that with Julius back, I might have to take a couple less carries. So I know that with the less carries, I need to make something happen with those. So I think that's just kind of what I've been focused on, contribute in any way I can. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy the Bobcats win.
You kind of mentioned it a little bit. Just what else can you say about the offensive line? I mean, whether it was 508 on this sheet or 511 on the other stat sheet, it's impressive. Like it's incredible, 500 plus yards. So what else can you say on that?
I think it's obviously their physical beast up there, but I think the reason why we have so much success is how good they are mentally. They ID fronts well. They know who they're going to, who they're pointing, who they're back pointing to. That's stuff that you like people who are watching won't really understand, but those guys are the smartest dudes out there. And then along with the O-line, our tight ends, I mean, Rohan and Lonnie, they were blocking that entire game. And I think that they want the ball just as much as we do, and sometimes they have to block the whole game when we're running so well. So I think just super appreciative of those guys too.
How about the block you threw, I think, on Ty's big long run? Can you kind of go through that play a little bit?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with the game plan this week, because that look that we had was exactly what we thought it was going to look like during the week. So we got a ton of reps, and I knew that I had that dude on that play, and I mean, it wasn't like how we drew it up, how I was going to block him, but he kind of edged the defense, and I just took him where he wanted to go, and Ty's really fast, so you only got to give him half a second, and he's out of there.
You've mentioned before how much these seniors mean to you when talking about Tommy, Lionel, and Marcus. We sat down earlier this year. Why is the senior class so special outside of it being just so big? Like, what do they mean to you?
I mean, if you look at where that class started, we didn't have this building that we're in right now. We didn't have that scoreboard that's in the stadium right now. So I think like that stuff didn't happen for no reason. It's because those guys built something here that is something that I'm super grateful to be a part of, and it's honestly crazy what they've done to this program. It's why I committed here. You can just see where this program was going, and it's because of those Montana guys, but really all the seniors that we have. So.
And then you talked about maybe having to accept not carrying the ball as much with Julius being back. So is that a difficult thing for you to do, or how do you approach it from an individual standpoint?
I think I just approach it with I got to make the most out of my opportunities. We have so much talent here at MSU. It's a really good problem to have. And Julius is an extremely talented running back. And I hope he plays in the NFL someday. He's truly that good. He's that good of an athlete. So I'm just happy that we have a bunch of running backs that can carry the ball. And no matter how many times my name gets called in that game, I'm going to give it my 100%. And I know the blocks are going to be there. So I wouldn't say it's a difficult thing. I'd say I just have to make the most of what I got.
After your fumble, the defense forced 3 and out, and last week when Tommy had his first interception, also the same result. So what does that feel like as an offensive player and as an offense in general to see the defense immediately get a stop when something like that happens?
Yeah, it definitely makes you feel a lot better about making a mistake like that. I think that's happened most of our turnovers this year. Our defense gets a stop right away, allows us to not dwell on what happened that drive before, so we can wash it away, and that's extremely important in football. The second you start to think about, 3 plays ago, you're missing the opportunity that's right in front of you. So super thankful for the defense.